All right, hi guys. We're going to now look at what is a multiplication division diagram. So a multiplication division diagram is where it is similar to a part total diagram, except it's written long ways. Okay, so you can see here that I have my part, and it's going to equal the total. Okay, it's just written this way, so it's going to help us when we write our equation. Right, so here's a picture, right? It has 5 plates with 4 cookies on each plate. So you just fill in the diagram based on what it says. So there are 5 plates, so you put 5. There are 4 cookies per plate, okay, so you put 4. And then you try to multiply 5 times 4, which is going to equal 20. Okay, so this organizer helped us with this number story to make it a little bit easier. If you were kind of jumbled like this, like, oh, I don't know how I would write this, okay, hopefully this organizer helps make it make a little bit more sense, a little bit clearer. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I would solve one of these number stories. Okay, so right here, I'm going to use this diagram to solve. So this was something that I showed you in the last video of this question. So now I'm going to try to solve it. It says Anna has 8 bags of rubber bands. Each bag has the same number of rubber bands. Anna has 56 rubber bands in all. How many rubber bands are in each bag? Record an equation to match the story and then solve. So here, the first step I need to do is read and annotate. So I read it. Now, let's annotate. What are the important numbers? Right, there are 8 bags. Each bag has the same, well, I don't see the number. It just says that it's going to be the same. Anna has 56 rubber bands in all. Okay, good. So I read and annotated. Now it said I need to find my job. What's the question? What is the question? How many rubber bands are in each bag? Okay, so I'm trying to figure out in each. So I need to complete the diagram. So right here it says bags. Well, it tells me right here there are 8 bags. So I'm going to write that here. So how did I know I was supposed to write 8 in the diagram? Right. It says here 8 bags. So I just found the same word here and here, and that helped me, right? So use those clue words next to the numbers to help you fill in the diagram. Now it says rubber bands per bag. Well, per is another word for like in each. And right here it says each bag has the same number, but I don't know what that is. So I'm going to leave this one blank. It says rubber bands in all. Well, there are 56 in all. I know that means like my total. So I'm going to write 56. I know this is what it's going to equal. So 8 times what equals 56? Now today, I completed the diagram, but to find my answer for my number model, for my equation, I'm going to put 8 times, and then it says I need to write a letter for the unknown. Okay, just like I showed you before, it had the letter B. Okay, that was the unknown. Here, I'm going to pick, I don't want to put a B because I already know the 8 bags, but here it starts with an R, so you could just make R, which stands for the rubber bands. And you would write out rubber bands. To save time, I'm just going to write an RB because this R stands for the rubber bands. And so I know whenever I see this R, that means it's going to be my answer. 8 times R, or right, that unknown number, is going to equal 56. And now I need to go ahead and figure that out. What does equal 56 if you're doing 8 times what? Okay, so I have written my number model. I wrote the letter. Now I need to figure out my answer. Now, I know that this C part here, communicate my thinking with pictures, that's actually going to help me find my answer. So I'm going to draw 8 bags. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, and then now I could go through and I could divide 56 to the 8. So I could count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? And I could keep going until I get to 56, and that would tell me how many's in each. Okay, so that would definitely be one strategy I can do. Another strategy I can do is say, okay, well, what's 8 times 5? Use my helper facts. Okay, well, 8 times 5, well, that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay, so that would equal 40. And then I need to go up to 56. So I need to go up. I need to add another group of 8. That would be 8 times 6. So that would get me to 48. I still need to go another one. Okay, so that's 8 times 6, right? So let me try another one. So that would be 48 plus another 8. And that would be times 7, because that would be 2 more groups of 8. So 8. Ooh, I know 8 plus 8 is 16. So I can carry the 1. Ooh, 1 plus 4 is 5. There we go. I figured that out. So I did one more group of 8. That was times 6. And so this other group of 8, that must mean it's times 7. So now I know that that would be 7 in each bag. Okay, that was a little bit easier for me, a little bit less time than having to count all those dots. Sometimes I get confused with all the dots that I'm counting and I kind of lose track. So I know my answer would be 7. And I know this is 7 rubber bands. And again, I'm just going to put RB for short. Okay, and so you could definitely, if this didn't really make sense to you and you wanted to draw all those dots, that's completely fine with me. Okay, as long as it makes sense to you. Okay, just make sure that you wrote your answer and you communicated that somehow over here with your pictures or your work. Okay, so now you are going to go through and you're going to practice some of these using your different strategies. I had to divide here, okay, and I had to figure out the unknown here. You might have to multiply and figure out the total. You have to read the problem and see what it's asking you to do. So here's a problem for you to solve. Following the directions, here is your diagram to help you. Okay, here is another one as well for you to do. Don't forget to write the equation and your answer. And then this one is an important one I want you to do as well. Okay, so following this, okay, follow the work. If you want to challenge yourself, this problem is also over here, okay, past the reflection. Okay, this is the challenge version of the same type of problem. Okay, and then there are 2 can-dos. If you want to do even a little bit harder, okay, this is the problem, but it does not give you the diagram titles here. So you have to fill those in on your own. So that's definitely a next step. Okay, and you can practice those here. And if you want to even create your own, there is an extension for you to do at the end. Don't forget to go ahead and reflect. All right, let me know if you have any questions. Thanks, guys.